yeah, I'm sure there is some logical explanation why he's not in the team.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to hear that. And but anyway, he's a very good player, and I'm happy to see him get a very good result.
Nice.
Chess, nonsense, and analysis.
Yes, Watu. Here we are again. What are we looking at today?
Well, today we are looking at the recently concluded Zone 4.5 championship that was played in Zambia. Yeah, it was actually well, the open section, ladies section, then I think under 16 for girls and boys. But I think we will focus in the open section, but I think we should give also results for the ladies to see what happened.
Yeah, just for the readers or for the viewers, Watu, Zone 4.5 is also known as the Southern African Championships. That's our zone we're looking at. So see your South Africa and Botswana and Angola, Zambia. Zambia was the hosts, right?
Yes, Zambia was the host. Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes when you sort of assume that everyone knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, so it's basically a championship that involves all the countries, SADC, in the SADC region. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So in the ladies championship, the Zimbabwean ladies actually dominated the event.
Okay.
The winner was Christine Makwena, and she completely dominated 8 out of 9 with 2 draws. And then the second was another lady from Zimbabwe, which was Refilwe Hazel Mudodo, Womankind at Master. And then third was Naomi Mwale from Zambia. So yeah, a very nice result by Christine Makwena to score 8 out of 9 with 2 draws. That's
India. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Then our main focus today and we are going to look at a game from this tournament, from this section. It was a very strong event, the open event, basically, and the final results after after round 9, the winner was International Master Kelvin Chumfwa from Zambia.
Okay.
Second was International Master Dante Bjorkes from Namibia. And third, International Master Stanley Chumfwa. So 2 brothers there, on first and third.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but very strong tournament. If you look at the field, I mean, I think the first seed was Bwalya. I think it was Gillan Bwalya.
Okay.
And then there was also he didn't have a great tournament. Chitumbu Mwale didn't have a great tournament, but many players played. Providence played, and so on. But there were mainly many players from Zambia playing in the event.
Yeah.
And very tough event. But I mean, look, I don't know much because I haven't really been, I didn't read any reports, official reports. But there was something just very curious for me that happened, because I was reading on Facebook, and on round 4 there was a matchup. I think it was actually on board 1, and they both had full scores. I think they both had 3 out of 3 then. So there was a matchup between International Master Stanley Chumfo, and he was playing against International Master Gillan Bwalya.
Okay, big matchup.
Big matchup, both from Zambia, both favorites of the tournament. And after that game, Gillan Bwalya posted something on Facebook where he says that he's withdrawing from the event. And I was reading the story, and it would be really nice to get the actual background story for what happened. But from what I gathered, it was something like I'm not sure if Stanley Chumfo was either not notating or maybe just making marks, possibly severe time pressure. But of course, we know that with this FIDE FIDE law, with this time limit, you are supposed to write because you're getting 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are expected to write all your moves. And I'm not sure, as I say, I don't know whether, but certainly Gillan Bwalya felt like aggrieved, and he says that he was attacking the arbiters, and he felt that they were quite incompetent in how they handled the situation. And so afterwards, he then decided to withdraw. But as I say, I'm not sure exactly what the facts are there. But for me as a chess player, when during a game, first and foremost, when something really upsets you, it's because the point is that you are so into the game that when in your perception something can upset you, and if that upsets you, first and foremost, it would normally affect your performance, and you probably would lose. But if you feel that your performance was affected, because you're the one who knows, right?
Yeah.
If you really feel that your performance was affected by that, sometimes you emotionally you can be in a position where you don't even want to continue. So yeah, it was unfortunate either way that a big favorite for the event, Gillan Bwalya, withdrew. I mean, he has played, of course, World Cups. He played against Kramnik, I think, in the World Cup.
Yeah.
He played in the Olympiad. He played against Magnus Klaasen.
Yeah.
And so experienced player and a very strong player. So yeah, we don't know. Well, I don't know the facts, but I in any way I felt like a little, it's a pity, no? It's
a pity of course. Of course, it was I saw it on Facebook as well. It was sad to see. So it would have been nice to have Gillan to continue in the event. You don't want to see that happen at the tournament, but yeah, I would love to know the full story, but what can you do?
Yeah. But on the other hand, I also think that it's a principled approach. If a player is not happy with certain with how certain things are handled, that they withdraw. It's also sending a statement, I guess. It's very tricky and dicey, but yeah, we hope that it will not affect his chess going forward, and he'll get over this, whatever it is. Of course, it's for him personally, it will not be easy, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope to see him soon, getting back to his best. And yeah, but yeah, okay. But for me, aside from that, another very interesting thing that I saw was, of course, I was happy to see that Dante got a very good result, and he's came second,
Nice.
and yeah, because I was also checking because of course I think he's studying, no, in Texas. So yeah, I was looking at the list of the Namibian team, and he's not. I don't think he's in the team.
Whoa.
Yeah, such a strong player.
That's a surprise.
Yes, absolutely, an absolute surprise, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he possibly declined to play or something. I don't know, because I cannot see any other logical way to keep such a strong player from the team.
This is Namibia's only IM, right?
Yeah, and certainly, I mean, very, very strong player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure there is some logical explanation why he's not in the team.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to hear that. And but anyway, he's a very good player, and I'm happy to see him get a very good result.
Nice.
And yeah, I was a little bit also sad to see Chidumbu not have such a great result, but it happens. But he's a very good player, and these things can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but generally very strong tournament, and everyone mixing it up nicely, and yeah. Also a pity that we couldn't have South Africans playing in the event, and yeah, but we've got our own problems at the moment, don't we? Got our hands full.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure we'll get back onto the zonal stage soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, sounds like an interesting event overall. And what game are we looking at today?
Yeah, so the game we're looking at, should we jump into the game immediately?
Yeah, let's switch over.
Yeah, it's I really liked the way the game was handled. So we see that Dante plays black against
Musonda. Master
yes,
Musonda.
Yes. And yeah, I think this is from round 4.
Okay.
So it's the same round where Gillan withdrew, and yeah, let's have a look at the game.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a Karokan on the board, knight c3. So the 2 knights and black captures. Of course, bishop g4 is another option, but black captures and tries to get into that well-known or popular, what do you call this? I just call it the double pawn variation. Is it called something? The other day someone told me what it's called.
But yeah, it's very popular.
Very popular. And white goes queen e2, a bit of a mysterious move, but it has its logic. So knight takes, queen takes, and knight d7, bishop c4, knight f6 hitting the queen, and don't fall off your seat. The queen is not in trouble. If knight takes queen, we have a checkmate on the board. So after knight e5, pawn to e6 stops that threat, and the queen drops back. Okay, so pawn to b5, bishop drops back, queen c7, castle. Things are going quite logically at the moment.
Still theoretical, right?
Yep, castle c3. Black tries to get a bit of space on the queen side over there with a5, rook to e1, and bishop a6. What do you think, Watu, about bishop a6?
Well, I checked, so I know that Dante is very theoretical, I'm sure he had some idea up his sleeve. But the move that is known here and the logical move is c5. To hit immediately in the center. And the point being though that the pawn on b5 is not hanging now, I think, or rather it's dangerous to take the pawn.
Yeah.
Because possibly, how would I do it? Because if I play bishop a6, does white have queen a4 maybe? Although the queen is very strange on a4.
Very, very strange on a4. Bishop
very
a6.
Strange.
Queen c6 is refuted by bishop takes e5.
It's e5, yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, but it doesn't feel right to take. It wouldn't feel right to take the pawn.
Yeah, it's like you're going on to the other side where you've got no business. White is probably looking at the king side rather. So grabbing a pawn on the queen side doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
Yeah, so okay, after c5, then the pawn will be in white's court. Possibly white plays bishop c2, and then black can play this position. I think white is better, but I think black, well, better, I mean, slightly better, but black is in the game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, bishop a6 is interesting, but I think in this game, it seems that it serves its purpose. Or maybe, maybe Dante wants to take the player out of theory and, just wants to play because, immediately white plays here f4.
Okay, f4.
And, for me, I don't like f4 for a number of reasons. I mean, you block your dark square bishop. You make your e4 pawn, your e4 square weak. Your rook is on e1. It's not even on f1. There is no idea of playing f5 or something like this. Just seems to me that f4 is not nice. I would think that possibly here something like just maybe bishop c2 and have a look at white's pieces ready to explode on the king side. I mean, I have a number of pieces here. If I can play queen f3,
Queen f3, bishop g5 is also possible since the f pawn is not blocking it anymore.
Bishop g5 directly is also possible.
Yeah.
I mean, there are many questions here that white can ask black.
Yes.
Well, I meant queen f3 because if black plays before at any stage, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, this seems to be the right way to play this, and I would think that white is slightly better, and black certainly is in the game, but black has to be very careful.
Yeah, for sure.
And absolutely right. So that is what. Yeah.
So f4 is not correct here. It doesn't seem like it's
I don't like
with the program.
You weaken also your diagonal. The diagonal is weak. There are just so many. For me, f4, I see so many disadvantages, and I'm sure there are advantages, but I don't see them. Not as much. I don't see as many advantages as I see disadvantages.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so pawn to c5.
Yes.
Black finds this. Black, of course, needs to break down the center.
Definitely.
White captures.
And white takes but white captures. I mean, but that's it exactly. After playing f4, now you capture on c5.
Yeah.
Things have gone wrong. We can certainly see that things are going wrong for white. But black plays this very well. a4 I like because it's well timed. It moves away from the center, and from here on, I mean, Dante plays a very nice game.
Yeah,
c2.
And the continuation, of course, of a4 is to go a3 and just hit the structure.
I like this.
Very nice.
Look at the structure being weakened over there. Plays b4. What else? Yeah.
And white has some eternal problems here on the queen side,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
That's the issue. Knight d5. Knight gets a nice square. Queen h3, threatening mate in 1.
Yes.
and black completely blocks that off.
Is it necessary? I mean, that's the question, because f5
Yep.
will also create
E5
some
square, right?
target on e6. Yeah.
This is also
The question was if g6 maybe, g6, or is g6 not also possible? Of course, you would have to calculate.
Now you have
For
to think
example,
about, but
g6, no?
some ideas you have. These squares are weak. Maybe knight g4 at some point. I don't know.
It's not easy. It's not easy for sure. But I think that's black. Well, knight g4 I could take on c3 maybe. Queen
f4
takes
is also
c3.
hanging still.
Yes. Look, I mean, yeah, but it's set. I don't know, but definitely. But okay, f5. Why not? I think he's weighed it up and feels that it's playable. So bishop b3 makes sense, because the bishop is now dead on the b1
Right.
h7
Yep.
diagonal, right?
Bishop e3.
Bishop b3.
Black does the same. He also has to get the bishop back onto an active diagonal.
Yes. So now f4 is hanging, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
White
plays
covers
now
it.
queen g3. Rook
covering
fe8.
e6.
Yeah, I think this is maybe for me a critical position. I think that White must try to be as active as possible here. Like, for example, I don't know, my knight looks good, but what is it doing? Can I pull it back? Let's say knight d3 to play, let's say, knight c5.
Are you giving
Yeah.
up d3 maybe?
But how?
F4?
Because well, f4
Oh,
defended.
f4 is covered right now. Yeah.
But yeah, so you take c3 with the queen, or what? Well, you have to take with the queen then.
Nice.
You're gonna take.
Yeah, I guess queen takes.
Yes, and then I go maybe knight c5. Then I go. This is my idea, but I don't know.
Okay. Interesting.
What is here happening? Bishop is hanging. E6. I'm sniffing around e6. I think queen takes g3, h takes g3. I wouldn't like too much for black.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel
interesting stuff.
like something like this, and maybe, yeah, I can try to fight and at least create problems for black, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe black should consider something else, but yeah, now you.
But knight is coming to c5. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting
black
stuff.
should still be better, but at least I'm fighting if I play like this.
Yeah. So.
But I think, yeah, rook c1 is just passive somehow. It seems to me.
Yeah.
And now queen b6 check is very good, and now knight f6 is a monster of a move, and now there are all kinds of threats. It's just exploding now all of a sudden.
Bishop is open, knight's got the e4 square. Yeah, it's looking good.
Trouble. The king, the white king is weak, so white has to probably play h3, not to get mated by a smothered mate somehow. The rook is brought to the game. Very nice touch. Rook d2 is coming. This is now a disaster for white. Yeah? Rook c2, knight e4, queen e3, and now I like the way that the exploitation of the how he exploits this position. So plays check, king h2 forced, knight d2. So knight f1 is threatened.
Yep.
Okay. So rook d3, knight f1 check, king g1 takes on d3. Wait a second. I can't take. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I can't play king take. Yeah, rook takes d3. But what I wanted to ask is after. No, it's not. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Rook takes d3. Knight takes d3. I just some way.
Bishop e4 is nice. Of course, king takes f1. Nice, bishop takes d3. Walking everything.
Exactly. So this had to be calculated nicely.
Yeah, this is nice. Nothing can save the knight, basically.
So rook c1 is forced, no?
Yep.
And then bishop takes d3. Again, if you want to save it, rook d1 has to be played. And plays bishop c4. You have to
Seems
take
like White is getting his piece back, but knight e3 very nicely.
93, very nice. Check on b5.
Very
Takes
forcing
on
sequence.
d1.
Takes on e8. And this knight has been chopping around. Watu. Is this? Was it from d5 like this?
Yeah.
And then where did it go after that?
Nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Don't know where else.
Trouble.
So bishop h5 was played. Bishop's kind of out of play, right? And a2 is hanging, so a2 is just dropping. Knight takes a2 and resign. I think a key line maybe just to check is if White had played b5 over here. You should take on a2, right?
Yes, of course.
Take on a2, and if b6, then the knight comes back just in time here. White doesn't have enough time to play bishop b5 because black queen's first.
Well, we check,
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately.
If b7, knight a6, and then we coast is clear. If bishop b5, then a2, and then we are winning with check.
Yeah.
So, nicely calculated there by Dante.
Yes.
Nice little sequence over there.
Yes. I think this is a move that shows the form I think that Dante was in, because the opponent did not make many mistakes. No, he just played f4. I think f4 was the only real mistake that White played, and after that,
Dante was quite effective. Getting all his pieces involved. C5 came in. The bishop dropped back to b7. The knight rerouted. He played his time. He rook fe8. He played his f5, rook fe8, and after that, he just didn't look back really. So, nice game there by Dante. Well done.
Absolutely.
Nice, interesting line also in the Caro-Kann. I think it's becoming more popular, so I hope the viewers enjoyed it. Certainly the zonals always an interesting tournament. So if the viewers out there, if any of you played the event or you've been part of the organizing, whatever, throw us a comment in there. We'd love to hear more about it.
Absolutely, especially the incident, round 4 incident with Captain Charlie, withdrawing there. Certainly would like to know more what happened there.
For sure. So is that enough nonsense for today?
Yes, that's enough nonsense for today.
Thanks, Watu. If you've liked what you've seen, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all of the above. And we will see you for the next one. Cheers.